A young girl killed, her boyfriend shot in a botched robbery.
And I know that you shot into the car. But here's the thing, Adrian.
We have the chilling interrogation video with the killer.
Now, you want to talk to a lawyer?
Yeah.
If you want to talk to a lawyer, that's fine, but I want you to know something, okay?
Yeah.
What's going to happen is this. You're going to go down looking like a cold-blooded murderer.
And the motive for murder? Shocking. Just a pair of Yeezy sneakers. We'll take you through the case that ultimately led to the killer lunging at the victim's father in court. This video per WTVJ-TV. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. There is no motive that ever makes sense for murder, but in this case, the motive is especially empty: a pair of sneakers. This is Andrea Camps Lacayo. She was just 18 years old. She was set to go study at Florida International University in Miami. She went to high school with her boyfriend, Sergio Burben. Back in 2020, the two made a deal online to sell a pair of Yeezy sneakers. Here are some screen grabs of some of the online communication that Burben had with some buyers for the shoes online. Yeezys, they're big business. People who are into shoes, they put a high price tag on sneakers like this. And in this case, Burben made a deal to sell 3 pairs for $935. On April 7th, 2020, Burben and Camps Lacayo drove to a housing complex in Homestead, Florida to meet people who they thought wanted to buy the shoes. When they arrived, waiting for them was 19-year-old George Walton. And according to the Miami Herald, Burben was reportedly carrying 1 pair of Yeezys, and Andrea had 2 pairs in her lap in the car. Police say as Burben was talking to Walton about payment, a shooter came up next to the car and opened fire, hitting Andrea and grazing Burben, who then took off. Burben floored the car out of the complex and called 911.
I was selling shoes and I just got shot at. Not sure if it was a real gun or not, but...
Where exactly did this happen?
It happened at a property.
And it's not until about a minute into this phone call that Burben tells the dispatcher that he and Andrea are bleeding. It seems that he only realized then it was much more serious than first thought.
How many of you were shot?
Just 2 of us.
2?
Yes, 2.
Stay on the line.
Okay, please help. Please send
Yes,
help. Please.
sir, I'm getting help over there. Stay on the line. Where are you bleeding from, sir?
She got shot near the stomach.
Okay, and you?
On my arm, but I'm fine. I just
Okay.
need help for her.
We have police body cam video of when they arrive, and you can see Andrea being taken away, and a little bit of the conversation here with Sergio.
Can we have a unit call the rescue? QSL, Adrian, make south.
I'm fine. Trust me. We're gonna meet you there, okay?
Andrea would die at the hospital. Police had a lot to work with when it came to tracking down the shooter. Police had video of the incident recorded by home security cameras, and they also used video inside the shooter's home, which shows him walking out of the house in the clothing he wore during that botched robbery. And this is the person you see in that video, 19-year-old Adrian Crosby. Police arrested him just days after Andrea's murder. Here he is in the interrogation room waiting for police to ask him questions. We see him pacing around. Eventually, a detective walks in, and initially, Crosby denies being involved. Let's watch here how the detective plays this.
Adrian, what happened was something like very tragic. It was a very tragic thing that happened. Okay, there was a young girl that was killed, an 18-year-old girl. be taken back. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I had to go talk to the family of this 18-year-old girl, and like when I tell you that, like heartbreak, like I've never seen heartbreak like that in my entire life. You know, the girl was, you know, unfortunately, she's gone. She died. It's a very unfortunate set of circumstances. You know, I personally, you know, talked to the mom and dad, and they're crying, and the family was there, and she was loved by everybody. And this girl was like like an honor student in high school. You know, she had like free scholarships to go to like every, you know, major university in Florida, and you know, you know, just like a young, like innocent, like think of like a real innocent, like young girl, bro. Like your sister. Like imagine your sister is like innocent, bro, like an innocent girl, like just living her life, and then she got killed. So it's a very unfortunate tragedy what happened to her, and you know, so my job is as a detective is to figure out, you know, what happened, you know, and you know, during the course of investigating this homicide, you know, we learned a lot of things. You know, a lot of things come up, dude. A lot of things come up. And you know, I'm not judging you, I'm not judging anybody, I'm not judging New York, I'm not judging Eric, I'm not judging anybody. That's not my job. My job is like professional. My job is I'm what we call like a fact finder. Like I find out facts and I say the facts. I don't guess. I find out facts and I tell the facts now.
I want to take a moment and bring you this Law and Crime legal alert. Did you know that children under the age of 21 are being diagnosed with serious conditions like type 2 diabetes and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease? And research is potentially linking ultra-processed foods to these outcomes. Our partners at Morgan & Morgan are ready to step in and help and hold food companies responsible. This is a law firm that has a lot of experience in going up against big corporations, and they are ready to make sure that families get the justice they deserve. So if your child has been diagnosed with one of those serious conditions and they're under the age of 21, like type 2 diabetes or non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, go to www.forthepeople.com/food. You can also scan this QR code on your screen.
I want you to look at this scenario in your life right now. I want you to look at this situation in your life. You're a 19-year-old young man. You know, you're not 30, you're not 40, you're not 50, you're not 60, you're 19 years old. You have your whole life ahead of you, boss. You know that? I told you at the very beginning, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say one thing that's not true here. I'm not going to try to lie to you about a single thing I have no reason to. Because what happened to this girl, it speaks for itself. Like, I know what happened. It's a tragedy, but I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. And I can prove what happened in many, many different ways as an investigator. So, Adrian, what I want you to do is think about yourself. I want you to think about your family. I want you to think about your girlfriend, Shrimp. I want you to think about your sisters. More importantly, like think about yourself. And think about the tragedy that happened with this girl who was 18. And I don't want to think that I'm looking at you and you're not a killer, Adrian. You understand? I've seen killers before. You know, Adrian, I've talked to people that have killed their own mothers. I've talked to people that have strangled and killed their own kids. I've talked to gang people, drug dealers that shoot people and kill people for a living. And I look at you in front of me and all I see is just somebody who is afraid. I see a afraid, almost child. But you're 19 years old, so you're a man. And I'm going to talk to you like a man. I don't want to believe that when you went up to that car, that you intended on killing this girl. I don't want to believe that. Because when I look at you in the eye, I can see that you don't have that personality or the demeanor where you're going to intentionally and willfully point a gun at a human being and shoot them and intend to kill them. I don't want to believe that. Okay, but right now, that is what it looks like. That is what I see.
Well, you saying I did it.
Adrian, let's not do that, man.
I ain't do that.
Adrian, let's not do that, man.
You got that's my girlfriend and all.
Adrian, hold on.
Yeah, that's my
Listen, man, I'm gonna be here with you throughout this entire process, man. I ain't gonna leave you alone. And I'm not gonna treat you poorly. I ain't gonna treat you bad. I ain't gonna threaten you. I'm gonna talk to you like a man. And I'm gonna level with you. Adrian, you're saying that you're with your girlfriend. I can prove that you were not with your girlfriend.
Huh?
Adrian, do you realize that there is surveillance video footage in that complex? Literally, I have never seen, and this is honest truth, and ask my partners, ask anybody, I've never seen so much surveillance video footage in one entire complex in 2 blocks than I have at Cutler Landing. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
At Cutler Landing. I've never seen the sheer amount of video to where I can go to anybody's house in Cutler Landing and I can say, hey, I see that you have video on your house. Do you mind if I take a look at it?
Hey, can you show me though?
Adrian, hold on. You want to see yourself on video killing somebody?
I ain't kill nobody. That's the whole thing. I ain't kill nobody, but I'm not gonna even tell me that I killed nobody.
Okay.
I ain't kill nobody, but that wasn't me. But
Adrian.
whatever y'all got going, that wasn't me.
Adrian.
Tell you, it wasn't me.
So Cosby tries to call the detectives bluff, and we have video of police making him wait even longer. Eventually, that detective returns and shows him video on his computer, similar to what we just showed you of the shooting.
It took me forever how to figure this out, okay? That's why it took so long. I can't necessarily like zoom in, but you're gonna see it. This is just one of the videos. There's probably about 4 more, 5 more. Just so you know. This is just one single camera, but there's like multiple other houses that have video. Look close. Okay, look close now. If I can try, I can get the other angle where you walk this way, and then at the other angle where you make the corner to go towards the Jeep. You want me to show you again? You thought I was f***ing you? No? Okay. Like, I don't know how to like zoom in like that, dude, but that shirt right there, we have that shirt, just so you know.
What shirt?
The shirt that you're wearing right there. The shirt that you're wearing right there.
Yeah.
The Adidas one.
That's not my shirt.
That's not your shirt. That's not you. That's That's not you at all? Well, yeah, your hair's up right now. Yeah. Well, it's not like that here. Yeah. But you had it different that day. This is a week ago. This is just one video, just so you know. I actually have a closer video, but this thing is brand new and it's giving me a hard time.
Even after seeing that video, Crosby still tries to deny that police have him red-handed. But after multiple hours and multiple videos, Crosby begins to crack and explain what really happened.
Can I level with you now? Alright, so I'm just going to stop that because I don't want to mess it up. So, I just want to level with you. I told you at the very beginning, I'm like a very straight shooter kind of guy. I'm not the guy the detective that's gonna like fuck with you and lie and say, I got your DNA, I got your fingerprints, I got this, I'm not gonna do that. I have you on video walking from your house past several houses that have video towards the homicide scene. I have a eyewitness that was outside that I don't think you saw, but they saw you. They don't know you, but they saw you. And then I have, what else do I have? The driver of the Jeep, he picked you up. He picked you out of a lineup, just so that you know, because he saw you, and you have a very specific look to you. Your hair is very specific. It's not the same as it was today. It's different. That day, it's completely different. Because you had like 4 things sticking out almost that day. So, what I envision for you and what I think in this situation for you is, not to say, nah man, that ain't me, listen, we're past that point. Okay, we're past that point. I think that if you want like a judge and jury to like possibly have leniency on you because you have never hurt anybody but before in the past, like I don't know if you've been arrested before, like robbery maybe. Okay, like if you want to end up looking like a better guy than you really are, I would really advocate you saying, okay, Mike, listen, this is what happened, X, Y, and Z. Just walk me through what happened, and up until the end of it, and then we'll call it a day. And I promise you that I will go to the jury, the judge, the attorney, and I'll say, hey, listen, Adrian was scared, clearly. He thought I was with him about video. I showed him the video. Clearly you see yourself on video. Anybody in the world that looks at that is going to see that it is you. Anybody in the world. And you will get convicted of murder. Now, you're 19 years old. Don't think of this as the end of your life. Don't think of it like that. This isn't the end of your life. Okay? This isn't the end of your life now. I want you to think of this as, look, this is where my life starts. Now, I'm going to overcome this, and I'm going to become a man now out of this, and I'm going to grow as a human being. And then you can become that person that you need in your life right now. You can become that person who says, don't do what I did. Don't do that. That's what you can become. Okay? What's up? I can't hear you, man. I'm sorry.
I said it is the end of my life.
No, it's not, man. It's not. Look at me, man. Did you hear what I said to you? I personally, Mike, will tell every single person who I deal with that at the end of this entire thing that you manned up and that you came out and you said to me, this is what, well, I mean, you got to do it first. You got to tell me what happened first. But I will have no problems. And I think you can tell that I'm not full of shit.
But the thing that happened was, like, when I tried to up the gun, he had drove off and my hand hit him.
Okay. Yeah.
The detective then reads Cosby his rights, and this is what he has to say.
The Jeep hit your hand?
Yeah.
What happened when the Jeep hit your hand?
Like, he hit my hand, like, it caused me to shoot the gun. But, like, it was only, like, one time.
Okay. Where's the gun right now?
I don't have it.
Do you know where it went?
A person had, like, a friend act like he was my friend. You feel me? He sneaked me for it.
He sneaked you for it?
Yeah.
What do you mean, he took it from you?
Yeah, basically, like,
Okay. Who was it from?
he from the Ranger.
Is there any way for me to get that gun back?
I don't know, but, like,
Do you know his name?
his name Bill.
Bill?
Yeah.
Do you have his phone number? Can I call him and, can we call him and say, hey Bill, listen, man, I need that gun back?
He snaked me for it.
How did he snake you for it?
He told me that he would bring it back, but never brought it back.
Okay. Can we start from the very beginning?
Yeah.
I want you to just, in your own words, just to lay it all out for me. I don't want to ask you anything. I just want you to tell me in your own words what happened, man, from the very beginning.
Alright. I was in the room with a girlfriend, and that's when New York had threw a rock at the window. And he was like, oh, he got the lick for something.
You got the lick for something?
Yeah, at the time, I ain't know it was about shoes.
And a lick is a robber.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was about weed or something. You
Okay.
feel me? I ain't know it was about shoes. Then he said, just walk around them hard to get and just put the gun in them. And that's when I just walked around.
Okay.
And that when I ain't know it was gonna be a girl in the car. I thought it was just gonna be a boy.
Okay. Did you know what kind of car it was going to be?
No, I ain't know nothing.
You didn't know anything?
I just seen him about a car.
Okay.
And that's when
It sounds to me like New York maybe set it up a little bit and he asked you for help.
yeah.
Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. And the gun that you had, is that like a gun that you owned, or is that...
That wasn't my gun.
No?
I had an AR-15.
You had an AR-15?
Yeah.
Did that get stolen too, like you said, or is that in your house?
Yeah. Early that day, got stole.
Okay. What gun was it that you had that you used when you shot?
I don't even know, cause it was like a little 9mm.
It's a little 9mm?
Yeah.
Was it like a rack kind of like semi-auto, when you shoot it, the shell comes off the side?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. So it was not a revolver then?
No.
Okay.
Another man charged with murder was 19-year-old George Walton. He admitted to police what happened, according to the Miami Herald. They say the plan was to steal the shoes when Walton put them on, and then Cosby came up and fired the gun. Walton was found guilty of murder. Here's his Florida Department of Corrections photo. He is set to spend the rest of his life in prison. As for Cosby, the quiet, mumbling, soft-spoken 19-year-old that you see in this interrogation video is not the person we saw in court at his sentencing. It took the jury only 2 hours to convict Cosby of first-degree murder, first-degree attempted murder, and robbery. Andrea's dad was giving the victim impact statement, and according to WTVJ said this, quote, "You are the epitome of evil and darkness that this world represents. There's only one place animals like you belong, and that's in prison for the rest of your life." Cosby then did this video per WTVJ. Cosby lunged at Andrea's family, and you see the bailiffs holding him back, taking him out of the courtroom. The process was delayed for several minutes, but Cosby was sentenced to life in prison with a concurrent sentence of 25 years. Here's his mugshot from the Florida Department of Corrections. For On the Case, presented by Law and Crime, I'm Chris Stewart. We'll see you next time.